Okay, this is a first in a series. I'm going to be making a ukulele. I got a kit from stewmac. I know there's other videos been made of making these ukuleles, but I'm going to make my own because I have a guitar building repairs website that I'm going to build, and I'm going to document it. So here's the kit. Comes with the front, the back, all the braces, neck with here's the neck and the fretboard, here's the perfing, here's the sides, there's a few cards, tuners, etc., frets. So they want you to use these, which are clothespins. I got a bunch of clothespins from Amazon, and you put rubber bands on them. But I decided I'm going to glue the braces on one by one, and I want to use my really good clamps. So I'm going to do the first one and the second one and the third one. I'm not in any rush. I have these plans here, so I transferred the plans, and I drew my center line, and I've drawn my lines where the braces are going to go, which is here and here. They want you to do all the braces at the same time and do this complicated thing with one clamp holding them down. I'm not going to do that. It's too complicated. I'm not in a big rush. I want to do one at a time, okay? At least now, see what I get a chance. Now, they want you to use Titebond 3. I've got Titebond. So when I go to the store, when I go to Home Depot later tomorrow, I'll get some Titebond 3. For right now, I'm just going to glue this clamp. So I put the clamp in position. I put my orange tape. This is the best tape to use, by the way, because it's real spongy. Put my orange tape in, and I've done my practice. I'm using a 2x4 underneath. I got my big giant C clamp, which is going to come in handy later on. And I'm going to glue this brace. So I'm going to turn off the camera and put the glue on and see how we go. Okay, so we've put some glue on. I've removed the brace, and here I've got my tape nice and set up. So I'm putting a nice supply of glue with a brush. I got a bunch of these brushes, so I'm not worrying about having to use them, and keep them. If they get stuck, no big deal. Okay, so that's plenty of glue. Here's my brace. Make sure it's the right one. Okay, so I'm going to put my brace right on this line. Okay, and then we're going to, since I've already figured this out beforehand, I'm going to use this here, just to make it easier to clamp this. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, so then we've got, oh, there goes that. Okay, this is side heavy. I know that they want you to use the modified clothespins, but I'm a real big fan of clamps. So let's just, there we go. Line this right up between the, okay, and that's pretty good. Okay, so we got that. Here's my little piece. I actually just broke that off. So here's my C clamp. You got to have these. I used to have a whole bunch of them. These belong to my friend Mike. He left them here when I did my Variax, which is in the closet there gathering dust. That's another story. My Variax hybrid. Hopefully we'll get that done at some point. So here is the clamp, and I should be able to let me just loosen it just a little bit. I'm going to slide this sucker right in there, and very slowly, I need to get this exactly centered. Okay. don't want to put too much pressure, just enough to hold it down. And these are nice and tight. And now the trick is, I want to get the tape out of the way. There we go. Okay, there's one. That's throw away. And another piece of tape out. Okay, this is in two pieces here. And just sort of pull that out. Okay. Don't want to mess that up. Okay. This is sort of underneath the clamp, unfortunately. We tighten it up and just take a knife and just cut it off. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another brush. I'm going to dip it in my water reservoir here. And I'm going to use that to get whatever residual glue that I can't see under here is left. I have watched, now that I've got the uke kit, they do have a set with Dan Earl Lewine and his helper building this. So, but there's another guy who built one in his basement. He did a lot of crazy stuff. He did a guy's really good, but he did a cutout, like, you know, like a Taylor guitar with a cutout so you can get to the higher frets. I'm not going to be that tricky. I'm just going to build this thing, although I am planning on putting a sunburst finish on it because I already have the stain because I used it to build my Fairy X hybrid. Beautiful. Okay. So, I'm not sure what, they say to wait for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I'm going to wait an hour. I'm going to go in and watch TV and do my thing, and then I'll come out and do the second brace and then the third brace. So, there we go. Okay, here we are with the third brace on the bottom or back of the ukulele. This is not glued in. This is a dry test. Now you can see why I liked to use these as opposed to these actual real clamps as opposed to these little things. No, I'm going to use these to put in stuff, specifically the what they call purfling, so that you can glue the top to the sides. But I'm using these clamps. I like actual clamps. So now I'm going to take the clamps off. And take this off. See, I've still got it sitting on this block. It's ugly, but you know what? It works really good. So let's see if we can salvage any of this glue that's been sitting here for a while. Doesn't look like we can salvage very much of this. We have to put some more glue. Again, tomorrow I'm going to buy the Type Bond 3. But right now, we're just going to use this. I got some on my shirt, and I got some on my table, and now I got some on my pants. Let me use, I got a bunch of old shirts here. And I can wipe stuff up. This is actually, I'm actually in my studio. I'm not in my workbench, the side of the room, or the pool room, as we call it, because I like this table. This is a really good work table that I use. I used to do printing in here. I still have my big giant poster printer, which I want to get running again, but that's another whole subject. So let's put the glue on here. And you have to worry about, I've got tape. You don't want to be too liberal with the glue. I'm going to start using this new glue that I got. I've been designing in my head a cabinet for my living room. I even went to Living Spaces to look at some samples they have there. I'm going to make this pretty cool thing for my living room. I'm really getting into this whole carpenter thing as I get older. It's kind of fun. But this is more of a guitar thing. Okay, so we got plenty of glue. So now we don't want to pick up that. We want to pick up this. We're going to put this right there. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So this is sitting right in between my nice sloppy glue. I'm going to wipe my stuff off my hand. Okay, so we're first going to put the first clamp. I'm going to loosen it just a little bit, and we're going to slide this sucker right in there. And let's bring it over to the side here. We're going to very carefully put that in. Now where's my other clamp? There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this on, take this out, and try to very carefully this is a little bit tricky because it's trying to fall. Come on. These tend to get sticky. I need to get some WD-40. I don't want the wrong. There we go. Okay, let's try to get this thing up. And pump it back down. Now see it fill out of the other one. Okay, come on, there we go. Okay. And we got to get this to line up. Okay. I'm just going back and forth. I don't know how much you can see. Going back and forth to tighten it. Okay, this is where the real tightening. There we go. A nice squeeze out. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. There, we got some nice squeeze out. Okay. Now, I got to get my center clamp, which should be the right thing. Okay, we're going to put this little, what they call a caul. I don't know why they call it that. I just call it a block. I'm going to put that block right. Try to center that. Okay. This is going to get the middle. Very carefully bring it down. I'm going to tighten this up. Tighten this up. Yeah, we're getting some nice, good tightness. You want it to be tight. And we don't want this too tight because then it's going to. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out the tape. Okay, there we go. Pulled out that side. Let's see if we can get this side. We got. There we go. I'm going to pull that tape right out. And voila, there's our tape. So we're going to get our handy dandy water supply. We're just going to go over the sides to make sure we don't have any glue. I think we're okay. excess glue. The whole idea behind this is you don't want to have to go back in and scrape it out. You want to get the glue with the water. Okay. And I think that's it. So that's it for tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to go get the stuff at Home Depot to start gluing up the body. And this will be done. I mean, there's going to have to be some work done on this. But this I'm not going to touch because that's going to wait till I've got the body ready to put the top and the bottom on. So, till then, we'll see you tomorrow. Just a quick update. Last night I went and I glued in the top brace here for the front. Right now I'm gluing the brace just below the sound hole on the front, and I'm going ahead and I'm using these what do you call it? Clothespins with the rubber on it. What I do is, I watch the video and I take another clothespin and I shove it in the back here, and it just gives me enough compression that it's going to stick. I don't have to use these things, although I'm going to use these for the next braces, which are going to go right here. So those are going to go there. So I'll film those going in. And then the tricky brace is this cross brace. It's going to go cross in the middle. These are right here. Those are going to go there. Here's the underside. Here's the back. I went and cleaned up a little bit with some with the sanding block. Got some of the lines out. I'm smoothing out these ribs, these braces a little bit, make it look a little bit better. But the back is pretty much glued up, and that's ready to be inserted into the body. An update on the body. I've got the one of the large ribs, the one on the left. It's got the indent for the other one that goes on top of it, and that is in place, and it is drying. So it's about 7:30. I'll probably come back in here about 8:15 and remove the clamps and put in the other one. Okay, so this is the last video segment of the putting in the braces. As you can see, everything is all nice. I've already cleaned up all with a little bit of the glue spillage. Everything is done pretty well, I must say so myself. And the faces are just fine. So the next step is to put them on the body, which is over here, which has got to be the top has to be sanded even. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. And the neck is almost done, but that's a separate video.